Alright, here it is. It's the big dog, the big one, the one that will rule them all. It's my top 10 movies of 2014. Yeah, it's a little late, but it's here now. So cue title scene. First up, typical ground rule establishment. These are my opinions. So if you start hearing things like, where's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or Edge of Tomorrow? Remember, these were the movies I saw in 2014 that stuck out to me the most, that will stay with me, and had the most impact on me. These were the films that when I sat down on this bed to just think about what films I loved, these were the 10 movies that came to me before anything else. There were a lot of great, awesome movies in 2014, and these are the ones that are going to stick with me like that mole I need to have checked out. So let's get started. I thought this movie was going to suck. I wasn't too impressed by the Wolverine or X-Men First Class. And to be perfectly honest, I thought the trailers sucked. I thought there were going to be way too many characters, and way too much of the movie was going to see clogged and forced like X3. Glad was I surprised. This is the best X-Men movie ever. The action's intense. The acting is excellent. The story is well executed. It takes all these characters and keeps them so focused and so steady together. Yeah, it's basically another Wolverine movie, but so much of it was dedicated to Professor X and Magneto, and all the acting came to play. That scene on the plane, I could have watched that for 2 hours. The Sentinels were awesome. Mystique finally mattered to a movie. This was a great movie. If you haven't seen it already, go! Go, man, go! People were actually shocked I gave this movie a 10 out of 10. But I stand by that. Theory of Everything was the best romantic movie I saw all year. Why? Because I don't care if the extras weren't very good actors. I don't care if maybe the film went on a little too long for some people. I thought this movie was beautiful. It's a film that makes you care about the human spirit and reminds you how strong people are, and how bringing people together gets you through tragedy, and how you can overcome the problems in your life, and how love is a bond that remains and stays and isn't something that's fake or commercial or crap like our society says it is now. This movie was beautiful. I'm not forgetting it anytime soon, and it gave me true respect for someone who is already great, and I can't make fun of Eddie Raymond's for Les Mis anymore. So. All about planes, and Wind Rises is excellent at it. This might be Hayao Miyazaki's last movie, maybe it's Studio Ghibli's last movie, I don't know, I keep hearing all this stuff, but I loved this movie. Once again, we had a true story that I had heard of, like I knew some things about, but the detail that was given to this movie, the way it made me care about these people I never would have otherwise, it's truly a movie that grasps you and makes you forget about the real world and that everything turned out the way it did in the end. You truly cared about it. And again, seeing a story like this animated is rare, but they really used animation and the style of anime to bring this film and really make such a beautiful story out of it and combine these elements and use them for their advantage. This film, I almost thought I was going to be in tears towards the end. It was so beautiful. I enjoyed every second of it, and I hope both Ghibli and Miyazaki keep up the great work. Jon Stewart made a movie! It's not funny, but it's amazing. Rosewater is a film that, honestly, I was interested in because it's Jon Stewart and I love The Daily Show, but I didn't actually think that he could make a drama work, a depressing story nonetheless. I didn't think it would work. But once again, oh my God, does this film really show us, this film, unlike the past two, shows us how dark and how insane and how bad humanity can be. But at the same time, it shows our resolve. It shows how we can get through things. It shows you just the insanity of what's going on in these other countries and how we Americans are so blind to everything and how you see things and how you perceive things and what it means in government and modern day stuff. This film really covers a lot in not a lot of time. I loved every second of this movie, and God did I feel the pain that this tortured guy went through. The Interview, go fuck yourself. Rosewater, you're in. Not gonna lie, going into this movie, I was just happy that they were done with Shrek sequels, but knowing that another sequel for DreamWorks, and I haven't cared for the Madagascar movies, I was scared. By the end of this movie, I was scared because of how awesomely terrifying everything was. This film is actiony. It's one of the best action movies of the year. Again, more people needed to see it. Hell, a lot of people did see it, but as far as I'm concerned, that's still not enough. This film advanced the characters, advanced the plot, brought the animation to another degree, brought the detail to another degree. Everything in this movie just felt like it does what a sequel needs to do. Everything was elevated. It wasn't just about making another kids movie for toddlers. It was about making a real movie, something that they could be proud of, something we all could enjoy, something for everyone, adults, children. This movie, as far as I'm concerned, is going to go down in one of the most epic of the past few years, animated or live action. This movie's awesome! Fuck you, Michael Bay. Thanks to Michael Bay's Ouija, which he didn't directly produce, but it had all Michael Bay's stench on it. This film did not get the attention it deserved or make the money it needed. And you know what? That is a crying shame, because Nightcrawler is amazing. It's dark, it's scary, it's satirical, it's thrill by the minute. I thought this movie was amazing. You don't see movies that are quite like this, that capture what it means to be in the media, captures LA. I mean, I just thought everything about this movie worked. Jake Gyllenhaal gives one of the creepiest performances I've seen in a long time. It made for such a great, crazy movie. And unfortunately, not enough people are going to know about it, and they should, because you should see this movie and not turn your lights off when you get home, because you will see Jake Gyllenhaal staring at you. America! Fuck yeah! Captain America: The Winter Soldier, as far as I'm concerned, is the best standalone superhero movie ever made. This film is action-packed. It's smart. It's funny. I cared about all the characters for once. Nick Fury, what's her name, Black Widow, finally mattered and finally felt important. Everything about this movie was awesome, especially because the first Captain America, I liked it, it was fine, but it definitely doesn't hold up that well. This movie is one that people are still going to be talking about years from now. It's a superhero movie with brains, and also brawn, and everything. I mean, look at Chris Evans. How can you not get a man crush on that? Didn't see this one coming. I don't think anyone did. Birdman is a weird-ass movie, and that is why it is so fucking cool. It's this crazy, through-the-looking-glass, almost play-like showing of what it's like for actors and modern day film and what it means for the entertainment industry nowadays and how you can shoot a movie and how you do scores. It shows that Michael Keaton is a great actor. It shows that Emma Stone can do more than just be sexy, which she is still anyways. It's a movie that really knew how to be its own thing. I've never seen a movie quite like Birdman before. Yeah, the plot, you know, the redemption story, the comeback, it's been done before, but this movie feels so unique and so original and experiments so much with everything it can. It just brought film to a whole nother level. It's not my number one, because I did still like two movies more, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the most well-made, best movie of 2014. You hear me, Oscars? This was my favorite movie of the year for a long time. And many of you are probably thinking, but Kevin, this came out in 2013. So did The Wind Rises. True. But I judge movies based on their theatrical release, especially a movie like this, which really gives you an amazing theater-going experience. Next to Amazing Spider-Man 2, this is my funnest time in the movies all year, because this movie just incorporates everything, from sound to cinematography to action to acting. Everything in this film works, and it works best in the theater. And it really is just a kick-ass movie. It's got a very smart plot. It executes it in a very smart way. And it goes about doing everything in a way that was practical and made sense. It wasn't about just throwing big visual effects in your face, or big actors, or big scenes where they claim they know what they're talking about when they really don't. This was a movie that really looked at a possible, potential situation, brought it to reality, and at the end of this movie, I had to get up out of my seat and started cheering because it was just such a great, awesome movie. People, watch it. Don't give crap like Annie your money. Give movies like this that truly are inventive and create amazing worlds and amazing stories, and let them take you on an amazing adventure. I was a drummer in my high school marching band, so going into this movie I could already sort of see where the main character was coming from that background. But having said that, this movie, Whiplash, goes beyond anything I could have imagined. That's what makes it my #1. Last year, it was Pacific Rim, because it was just the most fun I had in the theater, but it was something else. Pacific Rim was a film that had true passion in it. Whiplash takes that one step further. This is a movie about passion. It's a movie that shows you what it means to have a drive in this world, why you want to do something, what gives you the ambition to go do it, and why it's important. It's not about getting the girl, it's not about getting the big money or saving the world or fighting monsters. It's a movie about this kid who has a drive, a dream, something he wants so bad, he's willing to let himself basically be in the dragon's den with this fucking lunatic. J.K. Simmons is getting an Oscar. It's an amazing performance. Miles Teller plays the perfect, connectable, relatable teen. He really makes the dream of this kid come alive and makes you connect and makes you adapt and makes you want to care. That's the most important thing. I don't care about teeny boppers and their romance. I don't care about cars or anything like that. What a film needs to do is make me care, and that is what this movie did. It put me in this world, it put me in this character's shoes, it made me think about all my dreams and my goals and my ambition and everything I like, and it made it feel like it's possible no matter how much crap you have to go to. That is why Whiplash is my favorite movie of the year. It truly made me believe something. It really brought the film to my personal level. It made my life feel like this kid's life, and my troubles this kid's troubles. And that is why it was so good. Just passion put on the screen. And oh my god, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite movies ever. And what were your favorite movies? In the comments section below, give me your top 10 movies, what you thought of my list, your reasons for these movies, and anything you want to see in the year 2015. Because it is now the year of probably the biggest box office year ever, and the fun is just about to begin.